to the big house, Michigan Stadium. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. It's the Penn State Nittany Lions and the Michigan Wolverines. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
I caught up with the Nittany Lions head coach before the game. His running back is getting better each and every week. He is devastating in the red zone, top 5 in the country in rushing touchdowns, and they believe he deserves to be in the Heisman conversation. Each and every week, he is showing the country why he is one of the best backs in the nation. I'll keep you posted if he's able to keep up this productivity, and the Heisman talk gets louder and louder today. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. The Wolverines headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Running inside. It's Martin. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Timeout taken here by the Nittany Lions. That'll be their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Beck. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
So already a challenge on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 9. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Turning it on. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38.
Running backs nowadays, they are wide receivers. I mean, you got to feature them in the pass game. Why? Because you get matchups on linebackers like this. Great job getting the football near the line of scrimmage. Bam, break a tackle, make something happen, get 10-plus yards.
The Nittany Lions with the 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Throws to the wideout. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
I'm a huge fan of offensive aggressiveness to start a football game. I think the defense is getting settled in. They play up a little bit. They play a little bit more aggressive. They got more emotion, and the offense takes advantage. Nice big play over the top. Stay aggressive, offense.
The Nittany Lions are flying down the field. They'll leave it with the lone back. They get him stopped at the 30, but not before he gets 5 yards.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
And he stopped, brought down at the 18. It'll be enough for the first down.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
From the gun, it's Martin. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The noise level is relentless here on second down. Caught in the backfield, it's Martin. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
How about that first drive? The hardest thing to do in college football is win on the road. They're the underdog coming into a hostile environment. What do? Possession one, go right down the field and shut everybody in this building up.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. On the ground, it's Marshall. There he goes. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And that's not a surprise. We all knew and talked about coming in. Who are they going to feature? They give it to him the first play, and he chews up and gets a first down. We're going to see more of that. I'm excited to watch this matchup, but the defense, Jesse, they better get physical. They better get better.
Lots of room to run. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
They'll run it on the counter. There's some room. Past the 20. And he's knocked down. They'll mark it at the 15. It's a first down in the red zone.
And this offense is clicking, man. This defense is going to have to find something in a hurry, right? That's 3 plays. That's 3 first downs. They've got to do a better job of affecting this defense, getting some penetration, winning at the line of scrimmage. You can't let them just move down the field and get a first down on every single play they run.
Got it! And he was dying to push his way in there, but he's knocked down at the 3.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. If guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels. Now they're all...
Touchdown, Michigan! Quick strike through the air for the score.
What a fantastic route that time. If you're going to be able to throw the ball down in this area of the field where the windows close so quickly, you have got to be precise with the route running, and that's what happened right there. That's an easy connection between the QB and his target for the score.
And the point after is good. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Big noise in the big house for this huge third down play. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this team. Because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. The Nittany Lions line up to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Oh my, he just shanked that one. They were hoping for a little more, but it could have been worse as the punt goes out of bounds and they'll put it in play around the 45-yard line. Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop.
And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And that's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
And the Wolverines now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Motion from the wideout. He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Bryce Underwood from the gun on third down. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And that's absolutely going to be one of the keys to this football game. Keep the rabbit in the cage, man. Don't let him get outside that pocket, start bouncing out wide. That's where he'll do a lot of his damage with all that speed. That is a big key for this defense. Great job here early in the football game.
They kick it away on fourth down. Catches it cleanly at the 20. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. To the air, it's Becht. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Still looking. Going back to the well, another deep ball. He's got it inside the 25. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down.
He's brought down at the 18, and that's a first down for the offense.
That's the way you get things going. A huge play, and now attacking from just inside the red zone. Tough run here. It's Martin. Could be an alley. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Looks as if we might have a change in the weather here to start the second quarter. Let's check in with Holly.
Well, guys, as I mentioned, early in that first quarter, there was some rain. But the bad news, it is getting very heavy right now. Players are starting to rush and grab their jackets, trying to get towels to dry off the ball. Things are starting to get a little bit crazy down here on the sideline as the rain is really coming down. Back to you.
We'll see if they can handle the weather in this game. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Throwing, Underwood unloads to the right. And the defense made a good play knocking the ball away, and a bad one by roughing the quarterback. Here comes the call. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Direct snap. Oh, out of space. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. The Wolverines come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. There's a crease. He's at the tip. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines.
And that's a big problem for this defense. When you get that guy in space, it's hard to catch him. You've got to bottle him up near the line of scrimmage. Palmer, too much daylight too early in that run.
Yeah, you're right, David. And I think that's what makes this guy unique. With his skill sets, you just know it's a matter of time. You just keep giving him the football. Good things are going to happen. Long touchdowns are going to happen. You saw it right there.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
That last completion left them with 2nd and 3. Let's see how aggressive they are. The run inside. It's Martin. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense.
Man, they have got a weapon in this offense right there at running back. This dude is tremendous. You think about Franco Harris, you think about Kajana Carter, Curtis Enos, Saquon Barkley, time and time again. Penn State running backs wearing defenses down. This guy is a problem, and this defense better find a way to slow him down.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Back to throw, it's Beck. Grabs it in the middle. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Using his legs, it's Martin. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Motion from the back. The play fake. Out wide left, it's Peoples. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. And that is why you call it a safety valve. You avoid the quarterback getting hit, and you also release the pressure that's being applied on the offense.
Defense is going to have to think about this in the future because you live and die by the blitz. It's great to try and get extra bodies getting after the quarterback, but then you risk running backs leaking out of the backfield and hurting you in the passing game.
Little too soft in that run defense. He picks up 4 to the 32. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Keep it on the ground. Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on third down. On the move. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
And he's knocked down. They'll mark it at the 15. It's a first down in the red zone.
And this defense, man, they've got to find some answers. They've been less physical than the offense. They've owned the line of scrimmage. They're running the football, putting a drive together. All right, now in the red zone, field shrinking. How do they handle this situation? Bring more bodies, be more physical, be more aggressive.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking for a man. It's Beck. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? You've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
The Nittany Lions trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll run it with James Peoples. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Penn State! Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge.
14.
No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. And the Wolverines with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The handoff. Gets it out to the 40-yard line. Give him 5 on that one.
What a nice run there. And from the beginning of time, Michigan football has been synonymous with running the football. You can think back to Tyrone Wheatley, Anthony Thomas, Chris Perry, Hassan Haskins. Big physical runners that also had sprinter speed and that could change the game. This dude right here, every time he has the football, he has the ability to go the distance, and that's what makes this Michigan offense so dangerous.
They'll give it to him again. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
The give. Breaks into the open. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Pick up of 8. It's now 2nd and 2.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down.
Well, how about that? They turn around and hand it off to the big fella, and he's able to get the first down. Nice play.
The Wolverines back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Underwood on the play action. Just got rid of that one.
Oh, man, the big fellas, they usually have the soft hands. Your security blanket is your tight end, but that one hit him in the hands, and he just couldn't pull it in.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Direct snap. They're all over it. It's incomplete. Tried a little razzle-dazzle there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Underwood in the gun on third down. No choice but to get rid of it, and it'll be fourth down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Absolutely perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Dropping back, it's Beck. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Misfired on the last play, they'll go back to the air. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense, a complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
On third down, he drops to throw. And he's going to lose yardage. He was looking everywhere for just a little grass and a little air, and none to be found.
Let's give the defense there some credit on third down. They took all the options away, throwing downfield, forced him to check it down to his back in the perimeter, and then they rushed to the ball carrier, showing you the speed, nowhere to go, forcing him out of bounds.
They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Fires to the middle. In traffic, it's Marsh. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42. And the Wolverines want to move quickly. To throw, it's Underwood. Incomplete, and they got a hand on that right at the line of scrimmage.
I love the job here by the linebacker. He just kind of floats, and he's shuffling, and he's waiting to see which way the quarterback's going to go with the football. Not able to snag it out of the air, but, hey, batting it away, it's a big-time play.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking downfield very late in the half. Left side is Marshall. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Burrowing for yardage. Across the 25, he's got room. The whistle sounded, and they got it called just in time, using the timeout with a second left. Now to see if they can score before the half. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. Absolute shank. Missed it. And it is still a 4-point deficit. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, it is my pleasure to welcome everyone into the Week 7 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start our coverage with Auburn, taking on the #1 team, the Georgia Bulldogs. And it's the Tigers coming away with the victory in one of the highest scoring games we've seen all season. That is another solid victory for this team, who now gets to 5-1 on the season.
So here comes the Michigan offense. Tight game as we start the 3rd quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. The keeper on the option. Oh, he's got some space. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
Once somebody gets going, it's really hard not to focus on him. That running back's got this thing going. He's had a lot of success on the day. All eyes on him. What does the QB do? Uses that to his advantage. Nice job running the option, making the read, and getting a nice gain.
Here's Underwood to throw. And he gets it away.
And that's what the offense wants. They want to see you in man coverage, and they want to throw those slants, use those wide receivers and their big bodies to catch the football. Elite coverage. Great job being glued to your guy and being physical when he caught it. When he catches the football, I've got to immediately impact him so he can't catch it. That's how it's done.
Pulls it in. It's Marshall. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
That's a really nice pass. You can see why this guy right here gives the Michigan faithful reason to be optimistic. You know, for years we know Michigan has always been good at running the football, but they've got to be able to throw. They've got to be more consistent, making big plays through the air. This guy gives them that chance.
Wide receiver going in motion. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
And after that last one, perhaps the emphasis should be on forward pass on 2nd down. On the run, it's Marshall. Turning it on! An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. In the red area, it's Marshall. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Yeah, and a great job by the offensive line, seeing the blitz, picking it up, and then it's on the running back. Running back finds the hole, gets a little bit of a crease, makes a nice run at it.
And go play action, Bryce Underwood. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
We've already seen the gifts he has, man. You've seen him dance. You've seen him rush, like really good speed. That's what we talked about coming to this football game, trying to get some negative plays. A better job by the defense there, being aggressive, getting to him, and getting the sack on that play.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Underwood unloads to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. The Nittany Lions will get things going as their offense heads out to the field. They'd love nothing more than to take advantage of that early second-half turnover and cash in and tack a little bit more onto this lead. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
Here comes the heat. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block them.
He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And the Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field. Finds his man on the RPO. Makes a catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
Last completion picked up a couple. Here comes 2nd and 8. RPO complete. Spins away from the defense. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Run in the red zone, it's Martin. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
The lost yardage leaves them with 2nd and 11. Back to pass, it's Beck. He breaks a tackle. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
You get the completion, and now you set up a manageable third down situation in the red zone. This is a huge down in distance in this game.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Looks as if he's going to run it. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. They'll go with Peoples. Plows through the defense. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
And there is no greater friend to a quarterback and to a coach late in the football game when you have the lead and you can pound the rock. Offensive linemen can pave holes, like running back now runs through them, successful, move the ball, and most importantly, that clock can tick. But the physical ground game late in the game, that's how you finish opponents off.
Peoples again.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you've got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one.
Looking for the end zone. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, we have a 28-17 ball game. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This should be the last play of the quarter. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Throwing, Underwood. Fires to the wideout. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the 1st down. Midway point in the season, in games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. One final period to play. We'll see who can grab that W as we start the 4th. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. Looking to pass, it's Underwood. Out wide right, it's Marshall. They stop him just a link or 2 short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
It's really nice to be a quarterback in today's football when running backs are basically wide receivers. Not only can you split them out, you keep them at running back, nothing open, I dump it to him. Look at that. He makes a big play for me.
And the Wolverines have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Makes the catch. It's Buchanan. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop.
He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone. The Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll run it. It's Marshall. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10. Here comes the hurry up. Right back to the well. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation. Lined
up in the gun on 3rd down, Underwood finds his target. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1.
Well, I love the job in coverage there. Sure, the guy made the catch, but right away the defender able to bring him down. No possibility of yak on that play.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Snap to the back. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the 4th down, and it paid off.
And these are the plays you know exactly what you're going to get up front. The offensive line does a great job blocking. Just create a little bit of a hole, pound through that hole. That running back, they can't tiptoe, they can't dance. Run north-south and get that 1st down. Nice job.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Here's Underwood to throw. Rushes on. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Quarterback changing the play. Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. Touchdown, Michigan! Gets it into the end zone. Well, how about that? And after that touchdown, we might have a finish after all, Jesse.
I love it, Reese, and this team is not quitting. Yeah, they're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're clawing and they're scratching their way back in this game. They're going to keep going hard until this clock reads all zeros.
Gets the back moving. Underwood takes the easy completion. He's in there for the 2-point conversion, and now they're within a field goal. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. State's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. That last score the defense allowed made it a 1-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Runs through a tackle. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Dropping back, it's Beck. Under pressure. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Ooh, you're living dangerously now. You've got the lead late in the game. Don't do anything to turn it over. And they almost did throwing it there. If I'm the head coach now, I'm thinking, man, let's just run the ball.
A pair of one-loss teams, and they know that that second L can put them in harm's way as we battle here in the final minutes. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Makes a connection. So important to convert these 3rd downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42. Each of these teams has stumbled just one time and now trying to fight to the finish and avoid taking that second loss. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Here's a gift to Peoples. And he's brought down after a short gain.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. This time they'll throw it. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. They'll try to get it through the air. Fires to the middle. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down.
I think in this situation after that incompletion, 4th and short on your side of the field, the smart play is to punt it away and trust your defense.
They have the lead in a 1-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. Drag to the ground, but not before. He's converted a 4th down to keep the drive going.
Oh, and I love that play call on 4th down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch and keeps the drive alive.
Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. The Nittany Lions are marching down the field. Quick give. It's Peoples. There he goes. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense. Now, they got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
So they'll use a timeout here. 1 more remaining, and, of course, the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19. They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Got him on the RPO. Got enough space. Touchdown, Penn State. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
He goes airborne, and he's in there, and the 2-point try is good.
Penn State 36, Michigan 25.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
And, man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead, get the football back here, missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
Making the adjustment. Throwing, Underwood. Unloads to the wideout. And his throw is incomplete. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Sets his feet. It's Underwood. Throws to the wideout. On target over the middle. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44. And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10.
Flag 14! Flag 14! Eagle! Eagle! Replace!
Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
And this offense has another opportunity to put a scoring drive together. They've done a really good job, man. Their defense, it's been okay. Like, giving up a lot of points. Now they're in a situation where can you be clutch? Can you come up big in a 2-minute situation when you really need to?
Red 18!
Play action with Underwood. Oh, pressure's coming. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. First play of this drive. Grabbed over the middle. It's Samuel. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Peoples. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. The Nittany Lions will hustle to the line. Caught! And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2. And if they can find the end zone here, that might be all she wrote. 1st and goal. Here's Peoples. Touchdown, Penn State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1. And now, with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Here's Underwood to throw. Right down the middle. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
Almost had the pick there. Would have been his 2nd of the game. Instead, it brings up 3rd down.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now, huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football game.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much.
And guys, hold that thought just a second because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Making the adjustment on the play. Again, it's Carr. Here's a throw downfield late. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. How about that one? 4th and forever, and he just turned one loose and fired it for the first. He wants to take the top off. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Long way to go on 2nd down. Throwing, Carr. He's not afraid to go deep. And that one's too high, out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, trailing this much in the 4th quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
From the gun on 3rd down, Carr. Complete in the middle. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Back to pass, it's Carr. Unleashes to the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. Couple of teams of this caliber, but boy, what a statement by the underdog in this one.
And there's going to be a big movement in the rankings after that performance. That team that got the win today, they are going to get moved ahead of their opponent. It's one thing to beat a ranked opponent, David. It's one thing to blow the doors off of them.